Innovation at Le Mans has always been present. Sometimes it ends up working out perfectly, and sometimes it very simply isn't meant to be. A few examples of innovation can be the Audi R10 powered by diesel, the Mazda 787B, the Nissan Delta Wing, or the Peugeot 908 Hybrid. However, today's car, while it was very innovative, it was simply way too optimistic. So, my name is Maura, welcome to my channel, and this is the story of Nissan's failed LMP1 dream. It all starts in 2014 when Nissan started to fully get back into the racing scene. The big bosses of the brand saw LMP1 as a great marketing chance for the Japanese and thus decided that it was time to work. However, there was a small catch. They had told the designer of the car that they did not want an Audi copy, they wanted something full-on new. That's when ambition and dreams took over, leading to something that nobody could have seen coming. It was early 2015 at the Super Bowl when the brand new Nissan GT-R LM was revealed to the public. And, to the surprise of many, it was a front-wheel drive. Now, front-wheel drive technology has never been popular in racing, with the last prototype using this technology voluntarily being the Panos LMP1. There was another catch, however, which was that their rear wheels were also powered, though it was only the hybrid system, so it was an attempt of a four-wheel drive. They believed that this was it, a way to make the car as stable as possible, changing the center of gravity. Finally, and the thing that I found the most interesting was the car's airflow. You see, the car was pretty much trying to reduce all the drag by reducing the frontal section from the car and also using that air to increase the downforce by letting all of that airflow towards the diffuser. So in case you got lost or simply don't understand everything I just said, Nissan simply tried to change every single concept possible from LMP1 cars. There was also something that got everyone's attention, and it was the power unit. Come on, look at it! It looks like you can't even fit a needle in there, which seems quite stupid when you had come to realize that it's meant to do endurance racing, and if you have engine trouble, how are you going to fix this? However, they couldn't even worry about engine trouble because before they could even think about doing those races, they had other things to worry about. Those things were mainly the FIA crash tests. You see, the car had done about 4,000 kilometers worth of testing, by which time they decided to submit the car to the FIA crash tests, which they failed not once, but twice. It was at said time that Nissan knew they wouldn't make the whole World Endurance Championship season and opted to test more, aiming for a 24 Hours of Le Mans debut. When the car was finally able to compete, it was obvious that it was going to be a complete disaster. It did little tests, it missed races, and they had no information at all. The car made it to Le Mans, but funny enough, it wasn't even the car that was meant to get there. Now, how does that work, you might ask? Well, Nissan ditched the hybrid system fully because it wasn't as reliable as they had expected. Come on, how do you show up with an incomplete car and why? Just why? Now, the three cars showed up at the track and they just started doing laps and laps and laps. And, to the surprise of absolutely no one, they could not set a qualifying lap within 20 seconds of the fastest LMP1 time. That led to them starting at the very back of the prototype field, behind the LMP2s. Then in the race, it was another disaster. Two of the three cars hit trouble, with one succumbing to suspension failure while the other one had gearboxes. And the remaining Nissan was so slow that it didn't even complete the required distance to classify. While it was all chaotic, for a second they saw a glimpse of hope, a chance to see a future for the project and, perhaps, prove everyone that, as crazy as it seemed, they were here to win. They tested right after Le Mans at the Circuit of the Americas with a new hybrid system, but coding issues and a not so big jump in terms of performance ended all hopes of Nissan's big dream. Now, I have to say that, well, this was a failure that will never be forgotten, The amount of work, innovation, and more behind this car is just admirable. Perhaps they weren't destined to make it work, but those pioneers will forever be remembered. And with that, this video will come to an end. Thank you all so much for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, and I hope I can see you all next time around. Bye bye.